Hello everyone, this is Professor G. Lavanya from Computer Science Department. Today I would like to introduce ever emerging technology called cloud computing. So these are the content I would like to discuss in this class. So now we are going to discuss about what is cloud computing. So the cloud computing is nothing but it's on demand delivery of IT resources over the internet based on pay as you go model. So that before that we need to understand what is cloud. So the cloud represents the meaning of a network or internet. So consider the scenario before the cloud computing. You want to running e-commerce business means you want to host any website, you want to follow these kinds of procedure. First of all, you want to buy the servers, then you have to maintain the servers, thereafter you have to handle the traffic over the internet. So these are increasing burden of the IT administrator and the software developer. Instead of concentrating on hosting the website, we need to handle these kinds of problem. So consider the another scenario is that as an individual person, we are having to store huge amount of data. So in the aspect of personal information, also we need to store our business information. Our single local computer is not enough or capable of storing all those such amount of data. There is a one solution for all those kind of problem is that cloud computing. So instead of storing our data on our local storage, we can able to store our data over the internet. Not only a data, we can get everything as a service from the cloud in technology. From hereafter, we will see those things. So from local computer to we can able to switch on from the cloud computing. So that the cloud computing is the on-demand delivery of the services. The services includes cloud computing, computing powers, database, storage, and everything we will be get it as service based on what we are using. We have to pay amount for that. So instead of we are buying, owning, maintaining our own physical data centers and servers, we can able to make use of the cloud computing technology. So these kinds of services has been provided by the some of the very trending cloud service providers like Microsoft Azure and Amazon. So we need to do two differentiation between on-premises and the cloud computing. So here the on-premises is nothing but the data and the software, all the entire IT infrastructure has been maintained under the control of a particular company. So the problem is that if you are maintaining everything under the on-premises means we need to pay inverse much amount on purchasing the software and licensing the software. Also we have to purchase hardware, softwares, setting up the IT sectors. So everything has been provides high amount of cost. But when you using cloud computing, we can adhere all the computing powers like virtual machines, virtual hardwares, virtual operating systems, everything we can able to get it by based on pay as you go model. Simply the cloud computing is a renting process based on the process we are using that. So the major advantages of cloud computing is that we can able to scale up and scale down. So whenever we want to increase the number of resources, we can able to scale up based on our project need. Also based on the project need, we can able to scale down our resources, but which is not possible in on-premises environment, because once you purchase the software, you need to have it in the entire lifetime. But in a cloud computing itself, we can whenever we want, we make use of it. Otherwise, we can able to delete the resources. We have to pay only for the basis of what we were used. Also, the data recovery is very high in a cloud computing, but in on-premises, the data recovery is very low, less. Also, the algorithms are very less when you using on-premises. So in the on-premises, we need to admit different kind of employers and experts like software experts and hardware maintenance. So all those things we need a manpower. But when a cloud computing, everything has been handled by the cloud service provider. We just make use of it. The workload of the IT developers and software developers has been very less when you using the cloud computing, because of the maintenance, updations, security, backup, everything has been done at the side of cloud service provider. But in on premises we have to do everything by our own self. So this is a major advantages of cloud computing. This is the reason we were switched over from on premises to the cloud computing. So here I have listed out very 5 major benefits of cloud computing. So the one is speed and cost, scalability, accessibility and better security. So when you use cloud computing, the speed of operations, the speed of using virtual machines, storage, database are very high. Also the cost is very less comparing to on-premise usages. So also the scalability is a very major prominent goal of a cloud computing. You can able to increase number of resources based on need. Also you can decrease the resources based on your project need. And accessibility. So accessibility also is another prominent goal of cloud computing. We can able to easy to access anywhere from the world. We can able to access over the world. We no need to depend on single server. So in a cloud computing, the data has been having the repetition in a multiple data centers and a multiple servers around the world, so that we no need to depend on a single server. So we can able to without a delay we can able to access our data. So better security also, which provides all the encryption, high level of security algorithm has been provided by the cloud computing. So now we will discuss about cloud service provider. Who is the cloud service provider? The particular marketing company has been providing all the computing resources as a service. That companies are known as the cloud computing service providers. Very popular cloud computing service providers are Amazon Web Services and Azure. Along with that we have IBM Cloud, VMware and Google Cloud and DigitalOcean. So among that there are various among the cloud service providers are there. These are the very popular cloud service providers. So now we will going to discuss about types of cloud computing. Here the cloud computing will be mainly categorized into 2 different types. One is a deployment model, another one is service model. Now we will be going to see about deployment model. So deployment model is nothing but it's delivering a cloud service to the people or end user in a various mode. So they are 3 different kinds of deployment model. One is a public cloud. Now we are going to see about public cloud. So the public cloud is nothing but the IT, the cloud infrastructure is available over the internet. The public, anybody can access their resources in a public manner. So the example of cloud service providers are Amazon Web Services, Microsoft Azure and IBM Blue Clouds. These are the popular example for the public cloud service provider. So private cloud, the cloud infrastructure is only organized by a single company which will be under the control and premises of a particular company, that is known as a private cloud. So the private cloud also provided as a service by the AWS and the VMware. The hybrid cloud it's a combination of both public cloud and private cloud. Here the private cloud is specifically used for storing a sensitive information and the public cloud will be used for storing a common informations. So now we will be see about a service model. So in the service model we have a 3 different broad category. The first one is that infrastructure as a service. So in the infrastructure as a service we will be get every IT infrastructure will be provided as a service, like virtual machines, virtual softwares. Also we can able to get the virtual hardwares and virtual networks will be get it as a infrastructure. So with the help of the infrastructure service, we no need to spend so much of amount for setting our IT market development. but with the help of infrastructure as a service, we can get everything as a rented basis. So the popular service providers are Amazon Azure, Microsoft Azure and Amazon Web Services. So platform as a service, here you can able to deploy and test and manage your code. The platform has been provided by the cloud service provider itself. The popular platform service providers are Google App Engine, Microsoft Azure. Then software as a service. In a software as a service, the software has been developed and hosted by the cloud service provider. As a end user can make use of it. Very popular software as a service, all the Google Workspace are example for the software as a service. Also Google Drive, Gmail, you can take example of Microsoft 365. So these are the popular example of the software as a service. So here I have represented all the difference between infrastructure as a service, platform as a service and software as a service. In the first itself, they are representing in the color of orange will be managed by the person on premises, and the blue elements has been managed by the vendor itself. The cloud service provider will manage the elements. So in on premises, we have to manage applications, data, runtime, everything will be under the control and maintenance by the particular company. But in an infrastructure, application, data, runtime, middleware, operating system will be managed by the company itself. The remaining things will be the platform, infrastructure will be maintained by the system, the cloud service provider itself. In a platform as a service, the application and data will be maintained by the company itself, and the remaining things are maintained by the cloud service provider. In a software as a service, everything will be maintained by the cloud service providers. We only just make use of those softwares in a software as a service. Now we will be see the life cycle of cloud computing solution. So when you are take a part of the cloud computing solution, you are moving your company into on-premises to cloud computing solution, you need to follow these are the steps. The step number 1 is that you have to define the purpose. So what is the purpose? You are going to switch over your company from on-premises to cloud computing. Then you have to define the hardware. What are the virtual hardware will be required for your particular IT solution. Then you have to specify the storage. What are the storage, how many storage you need, what is the data measurement you need, you have to specify. Then you have to define the network, speed of the system, everything you need to define. Finally, you have to define the security protocols. Then you have to define the auto scaling and also load balancing. So when you switch over from on-premises to cloud computing, so these are the things you have to keep in mind. I hope this session is very helpful for you. You can able to get more insights about introduction of cloud computing. Thank you all. Happy learning.